Hi, I'm Andrew from kwmwine.com, your favourite place to buy wine online, of course. Today we're trying the Bodegas Garzon's new release, Cabernet Franc Tannat from the 2015 vintage. This is one of their estate wines. So Bodegas Garzon, if you don't know them, are from Uruguay, which is not the first wine producing country you would imagine or think of, should I say, when you think South America. So you're thinking obviously Argentina for their Malbecs, Chile's for their Merlots, Sauvignon Blancs. Uruguay produce some fantastic wines. They're making small inroads into the UK, still very niche of course. But Bodegas Garzon is one of those properties that really is leading that new wave of Uruguayan producers. So Uruguay as a whole as well, particularly focus on the Tannat grape variety. So Tannat historically has come from southwest France in the Mataran region, where it's produced quite full-bodied tannic wines. But in Uruguay, it has found a new home, which where it really shines. They produce them in probably a riper style, slightly softer tannins, depending on the level of quality that they want to go for. So they're not as tough as what you would expect from Mataran. And it's the grape variety that really get behind, a bit like, say, the Australians have gone for Shiraz, the Argentinians have gone with Malbec, Chileans, well, they do a lot of different grape varieties, but their sort of Merlots, Pinot Noirs can be pretty good. But this is not just 100% Tannat, it's Cabernet Franc Tannat, and Cabernet Franc being the dominant partner in this. I don't know exactly the blend because you can find out very little information in this particular wine. It's that new out, it's not even on their website. But Cabernet Franc in South America in general, particularly in Chile as well, there's big high hopes for, and I've tasted a few recently and I really enjoy Cabernet Franc as a grape variety. I do like those sort of more green leafy characters, and they're producing some really lovely stuff down there. So the property itself, Bodegas Garzon, is kind of unique in Uruguay as well. A lot of the vineyard properties are in around the Montevideo region, which is a bit more inland, and sort of the vineyards would be behind Montevideo, so that would be sort of inland even more. This is right out on the Atlantic coast of Uruguay. And the guy behind this also employs Italian wine oncologist, enologist, Alberto Antonini, to produce the wines for him. So he's the consultant winemaker, flying winemaker. He produces a lot of wines, particularly Italian of course, but he's based in Tuscany, and to him this is as close to Tuscany as he has found outside of Tuscany, this particular part of Uruguay. So it's like a new Tuscany in the south, in the southern hemisphere I suppose. So they've got that sort of cooler climate, well not cool climate, but sort of sea influenced climate, and producing really good quality wines. Good stony soils there as well, I believe. So I've tasted their estate tannats before, I've tasted the reserve tannats, and then their single vineyard tannats as well, and they're superb right across the range. So this particular one has just come in. I had it earlier with some pizza, and I must say it drank pretty well. First thing when I poured it out, I noticed was the depth to it. There's quite a lot of body to this particular wine, quite a lot of extraction and colour. And actually just swirling it, I can almost smell it from here. Got to sneeze. Excuse me. Ugh, that wasn't the wine done that. It's creeping up on me. So smelling it, you get nice plum black fruit flavours to it. You get those sort of Cabernet, those cassis, black currant sort of characters, more of a Cabernet Sauvignon that you might think, and then you get sort of those slight herbal notes coming through on the background too. Beautiful nose, very appealing, very New World at the same time. It's quite warm and voluptuous, feminine almost. A little bit of pepper in there too. It's good. Great mouthfeel to start with. Sweet black fruit. Nice acid. Bit of grip to the tannins in there too. Finish is slightly creamy. I don't see really much oak or anything on this wine. It's more probably a tank ferment, but it's a nice creamy sort of touch to the finish. You may have seen some aging in second, third use oak or big barrels or something, just to round it out a little bit. But it's very approachable. If you were to sort of taste that blind, you might think that's somewhere like an Australian wine, but doesn't taste just as hot as Australian a lot of the time. Still quite big at 14% alcohol, but has a nice freshness to it. Very, very pleasant. Those lovely plum flavours come through in the palate and just linger as well. A good finish to it. It's not a hugely expensive bottle of wine, 13, 14, 15 quid I suppose. And it's a really nice introduction, I suppose, to the Tannat variety being blended and Uruguay as a country. Well worth a look. If you're into, say, Australian Shirazes and things like that, definitely have a look at the Garzon Tannats. I think you'll quite like them. They offer a similar taste profile, I suppose, but different taste character. So there you go. That's the Bodegas Garzon Cabernet Franc Tannat from 2015. Remember, kwmwine.com, place where taste matters. Cheers.